that is a perfect segue into the last point that I have for being successful in 21. And I know this is going to be super simple sounding, but man, don't drop the ball on this. You cannot neglect your friends and you cannot ignore your family. As entrepreneurs, it's one of the easiest things to do because you are driving ahead building a business. And there is seasons, right? There's seasons where you've got to put in 12 hours a day. And the next season, maybe you could be doing only 7 because you're able to get the help that you need. And then you got to grow again. You got to go back to 10 or 11. I get that there's seasons of a wave of the amount of effort that it takes. But especially with this last year already under our belt and the amount of time that we have been away from family and friends, this is the year to refocus to make sure that we are not neglecting our friends and leaving them out of the equation and looking for ways to do game nights, even if it's via video. We are currently doing trivia with our friends in London on a weekly basis, as often as we can manage to make the schedule. So everybody brings some trivia questions. We spend about an hour on a Google Meet or a Zoom call, and we make sure that we spend some time with each other to stay connected. And we weren't even doing that before COVID and everything else. So we couldn't see them, but maybe once a year. But now, like, we're getting that opportunity to see them. But that's true even with the people right down the street. Like, we're just not getting that opportunity to see one another. And I'm sure you're seeing that too amongst everybody too, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, we, as much as we interact as a staff via email, via phone call, occasionally, in the office like today, it is important to speak face to face, even if it's, screen to screen. And, even personally, we're doing things that, we didn't do before. Maybe we should have. I mean, I'm organizing concert nights with friends, and we watch via Zoom and get to chat a bit and, see a show that we haven't seen before. So, I mean, whatever you can do to build that community, I think is going to help you in the future, because there may be a point where you need help, and what do you know, here comes your trivia night friends from across the pond with the solution.
It's extremely difficult to be building a business in with the difficulties that we're having now. There's a lot that we had to really shift and pivot to this last year in order to continue driving the business, right? And there were some scary times where we just didn't know what was going to happen. uh, the one thing that you're going to have at the end of all of this, no matter what happens, is your family is still your family. So you can ignore them for a little while, but you can't stay gone for very long, and they still need you, and you still need them. So yeah, take some time to make sure you're putting in quality time over this year. Uh, Besides just family time, you need to take time to rest. Get some good sleep. Take care of yourself. I know this is just like a little bit of the platitudes, and I might get some eye rolls on that too. But this is part of the way that you're going to be successful in 21 is to be connecting with the people around you and to have them be part of your system of support. That's how we continue to grow.
I think that's a fantastic conclusion to the 5 steps to success. Uh, lest I neglect any, maybe you could repeat them in order briefly
Like
for our listeners, and then where could they go to hear more of Mr. Danny Sanchez, or maybe just general solutions.
So, like, just recapping is the at least the 5 steps that I've got for you today, and this is probably 5 steps of 40 steps, but this is what I got today. So, strengthen your virtual skills. Look, take some time to learn the devices that you're using and learn new ways to make them and implement them in the shop environment. There are ways for you to increase your capacity for being more digitally savvy and making the shop the same way, and that you need to grow that way. You need to write everything down. You need to be taking your own notes. You need to be putting your goals in writing. You need to start working on shop processes and systems. And the more you put on in writing, the better your shop environment is going to be. And then you need to do for your team. If you haven't done a handbook, it's due. You need to do that for them so they understand where the boundaries are. You need to focus on customer service. Make sure you're taking great care of the people who are taking care of you. It's absolutely critical to this year to keep every client that you have coming back the best that you absolutely can, so they feel like you're in their corner and helping them keep their car on the road and keeping their expenses down too. Pick a number, whatever that it is. Pick one that you know is needing to be improved and own it this year. You can say at the end of this year, man, I know my ARO is tight. I know my labor efficiency is right on par with the industry. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. And all that process of don't neglect your friends, your relatives, your family, the people who are close around you. Make sure you're carving out time to spend time with them. Your life is going to feel a lot better at the same time that you're seeing success, and you'll have more balance in your life at the same time. And that's not easy to do, but we're all going to try best we can.
Absolutely, absolutely. Danny, I'd like to thank you for your time today. CEO and founder of Autoshop Solutions. We look forward to seeing you in 2021.
Yeah, Jordan, thanks so much. Yeah, looking forward to it.